Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, hopefully this time we're good to go. Because oh my gosh, man. Oh, what a headache that was. I don't know what I did to deserve the hate there. Jeez, game. Okay, let's try this again. Are we set? Are we ready to go? I think we are. Hold up. I gotta make some adjustments here. Music over here. And this music over here. My gosh, bro. I can't catch a break. Cannot catch a freaking break, man. I just want the stream to just do what the stream's supposed to do, and that's not crash. Goodness gracious, can we keep it that way, please? Are we good? Are we alive, stream? Are we alive? Are we gonna make it? My gosh. Wait, am I good to go? I'm good to go. I think I'm good to go. Goodness, man. They're really trying to keep me from streaming today. And I refuse to let that, I refuse to let them win. I refuse to let them win. I'm not winning today. There's that. No way. No way. Let me see. Okay, there's that. Let me make sure that this is working. We're good there. We're live there. We're live on TikTok. Last place to check. Make sure that YouTube is alive and well. Because my gosh, what a pain this has been. We're live on YouTube. Okay. We're good. I think we're good. Bless, man. Dude's just out here trying to place some freaking carpet. That's all I'm trying to do. Game's trying to hold me down. I don't know what I did to piss off the streaming gods, but please just let me stream. I don't want to do anything else. I just want to chill. I want to stream. That's it. Is all I'm trying to do today. Start recording. I think it had something to do with my graphic drivers needing to be updated, so maybe that's it. I don't know. Monkey D. Luffy joined the stream. What's up? Welcome. Welcome. Go find that One Piece. You'll be the king of the pirates. How are you doing? Lena, I'm doing well. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing very well. We're placing a ton of carpet today, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it is okay. I'm hoping that we're going to be okay. I have Streamlabs has crashed. My PC has crashed today. I'm catching one L after another, but whatever. The world's not going to keep me down. You know what I mean? User 7387483728838, and then there's more numbers. How are you today? Welcome to the stream. You're doing all right. Dum 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 bow bow bow. Bum, 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 bum. Currently don't have a live stream on YouTube. I actually do. What is it talking about? What is it talking about? What is it talking about? What is happening here? God. guys? What is happening? No, it is live. It is actually live. I'm staring at it right now. What is it talking about? Just dropped a follow? Thank you. Leanne? Is it Leanne? Or is it Lena? Cinto, what's up? Welcome back. Sorry, my PC crashed. So that was cool. I love when that happens. The streaming today apparently is trying to keep me down. You were 100% right, but I'm not gonna let it happen. I refuse. I refuse to let it happen. You know what I mean? We're gonna figure this out, and we're gonna correct it, and we're gonna be okay. Sometimes you could, I don't know. I'm gonna control the controllables. I guess I had to upgrade my update, my graphic drivers, which I didn't realize there's an update that came out, so I did that. So hopefully we're okay now, but who freaking knows? You know what I mean? I also have the NBA now. MFL, nice. Congratulations. I hope that's been going well. I saw your video on the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. The stadium looked dope. That is a massive stadium, by the way. It's huge. So I've been there once, and that whole area of Dallas is just really cool. You got the Mavericks. Are the Mavericks in the area? I think they are. I know that the Rangers are in that area. So how is streaming going? Streaming's going really well. In general, today has been a little bit rough. My Streamlabs died on me, so I had to restart the stream, and then about 20 minutes after that, my whole PC crashed. I have no idea why. I don't know what I did, but, you know, it is what it is. I can only control what I can control. Better than the MFL? Really? You think that has something to do with the finals going on? Thoughts there? What are your thoughts there? Well, I guess the finals aren't going on anymore. They're now over, but the NBA draft starts tonight, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken, so that's going to be cool. Interested to see who Dallas takes number one, because I'm a Dallas fan. Even though I wanted to give up on the Mavericks when they traded Luka. Not going to lie to you. That hurt my soul. I'm still not happy about it. Matter of fact, I'm so upset about it. If the Mavericks were to win a championship this year, I probably wouldn't be happy. I probably wouldn't be. Just like, whatever. When I was younger, but I'm not a football fan. Still pretty cool. Spurs games are where it's at. I've been into the Spurs arena, love that place, and they're building a new one. Which games do I mostly play? Minecraft. I don't really play much of anything else. If I do play other games, I play them like solo, but it's pretty much Minecraft only nowadays. But yeah, no, the Spurs arena is pretty dope. I've never been to... Have I been to a Mavericks game? No. I've been to a Houston Rockets game. I've never been to a Spurs game. I've been to a couple of Oklahoma City Thunder games. And oddly enough, I watched the Golden... when I went to the Oklahoma City Thunder game, they played against the Warriors, and then the second time was against the Rockets. So... there's that, and then I've only been to one Dallas Cowboys game, and that was so much fun. Expensive, but so much fun. I am a die-hard Cowboy fan. But I'm not one of those unrealistic Cowboy fans, you know what I mean? I'm not one of those ones that's like, oh, this is our year. It's like, nah, bro, let's focus on winning each week. How about that? Let's do that. And then when we get to the playoffs, let's try not to crap our pants, because we seem to just crap our pants all the time. So, yeah, I don't know, man. That's just kind of where I stand with all that, you know? It's hard being a Dallas Cowboys fan, I will say that. You gotta be dedicated. But my mama didn't raise no bitch, so there's that. And I'm loyal. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Loyal, okay? Absolutely loyal. But yeah, no, it's been a long, 30 years? It was cool seeing the Mavericks win in, 2011? One of the greatest, playoff runs that I've ever witnessed. So there's that. We went last year. That's another thing. I don't know how you trade Luka after going to the finals, but whatever. And also, I get there's a possible weight thing. Like there's a problem with his weight, I guess. But it's like the dude averages is averaging dang near 30 points a game and took your team to the finals. I don't care how fat he is. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to say anything to the Joker. He's not skinny. That man hoops. So, what are we talking about here? You know what I mean? Your parents forced you into a Cowboys fan. Look, that your parents know right. They know best. Okay, I don't argue. I'm not gonna argue with the decision. I mean, I don't know if being a Dolphins fan is any better than being a Cowboys fan, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe recently, but I know injuries kind of sucked the life out of the Dolphins this past season, so there's that. I haven't really been tracking like any of the trades and stuff, and like what moves teams are making, mainly because the Cowboys don't ever make any moves that make me happy. Or very rarely do they do. I don't know. The problem with the Cowboys is like Jerry Jones wants to be the face of it all. You know what I mean? I'm also a gamer. I like to play Minecraft, God of War, PUBG, and DBD. What's DBD? I've never heard of that. I've heard of all the other ones. Do you play a lot of Minecraft, or do you just kind of casually play? As you can tell, I play a lot. I play a disturbing amount of Minecraft. Probably a bit too much, if I'm being honest, but whatever. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. I'm gonna play. Okay, so hopefully this time we won't have any crashes and I can actually just kind of cruise and kind of get into a flow of placing carpet. Trying to turn his Minecraft addiction into a source of income so he can live out his dreams. Yeah. Why the heck not? That's the goal. I know there are streamers and content creators out there who are like, no, I don't want to make money. I just do it for the love. Don't get me wrong. I love the game and I love making content creation. I love, creating content, but I also want to make $1 from it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I want to make $1. That'd be sick. So, I appreciate all the support you guys have given me since I started this journey last year, trying to take this seriously. But really, the past few streams as well, you guys have been kind of crazy. I love it, on that carpet there. Nothing wrong with that. That's always been weird to me. That like. There are people that are like, no, why would you want to do that? It's like, dog, because I have bills. I don't know about you. Maybe you don't have bills, and congratulations if you don't. But I got bills, bro. So, yeah. Of course I'm going to want to make money. And I would prefer making money this way than having some other kind of desk job, you know? But to each their own, I suppose. Whatever. I don't care if you share the stream with your friends. Now, if you're going to ask me to pay for something or buy services, the answer is hell no. So there's that. But I mean, if you want to share the stream because you think your friends are going to be interested in it, cool. Be my guest. Who am I to stop you? Grab that. Yep. I'd rather someone be honest about money than act poor. That's true. What are you doing? Aiden Elliott, first off, welcome to the stream. I am basically placing a ton of carpet on a bunch of slime that I placed in the inn to keep Enderman from spawning, number one. And then number two, I'm building a design on top of this floor for a mega base build that I have planned out in my head. So just slowly working towards that. What are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Dun, 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 dun. Not the most entertaining content, but I don't know, whenever this build is done, whenever that day comes, it's going to be totally worth it. At least that's what I'm telling myself, Aiden. I could be entirely wrong, and this all could just go to shit, and if that happens, I'm going to be a very, very, very sad individual, but until that time comes, whatever. I've been going around giving some coins to small streamers. Really? That sounds like a fun thing to do. Yo, Aiden Elliott, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the coins. I appreciate that. That was very kind of you. Oh! Look at the heart! Multiple coins. Multiple gifts. Thank you very much. Was not expecting that. Sick. Little heart guy with a crown on it. That's so cool. I like the way that looks. Oh, and another 32? Yo! Yo! Aiden, thank you. I think that's the most gifts I've ever gotten at one time. Thank you very much. What the hell? That was very kind of you. Thank you so much. Do you do this often? Is this like a thing that you do? Making it rain, right? That looks so sick. Thank you very much. Let's go. Just a little something. I was checking your stream and it's quite simple. There are no profile pics, banners, or any artworks. Nope, there's not. There's just my name and my profile picture. And then I don't have anything else. Leanna, I already told you, this is where it's going to start getting awkward, okay? You're going to try and ask me if I want to look at your work, and I'm going to tell you no, because I don't want it. And then you're going to sit here for the next 15 minutes trying to ask me questions and convince me to look at your work or purchase your work. And I'm telling you out the gate right now, I'm not buying anything, okay? Yes, I go live and take all the gifts I get from my live and hand it out to other people. I do not like to keep the coins that people give me. Really? How come? That's an interesting approach. I've never seen that. I use AI to generate my profile pic and banner. Really? I did not. I did not. I didn't do that. So how long have you been a streamer, Aiden? Get it for free. Free is very nice. I hope you get popular or I go popular. Well, thank you. Hopefully someday I will. I try to stream as often as I can, and I try to make the best content that I can, and I try to be as interactive as I can, but I know everybody, you know, I may not be your cup of tea, and so I do what I can, but I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support. I appreciate it a lot, actually. I'm pretty new to streaming on TikTok, so it's been interesting seeing gifts and seeing the likes and the follows and stuff. It's been neat. It's a really cool platform to stream on. It's so hard to get people in. I agree. Yeah, it is really hard. You get a lot of people that come through and like check out your stream, but I mean, I understand why it's hard to get people in, because the platform itself obviously was built for short form content. So, but I think it has a great mix of short form and long form content, stuff like that. You know, the more you get gifts on TikTok, the more they put your live in front of other people, like put you on the For You page. Really? The Go Popular helps so much. Does it really? Wait, I didn't know that each little gift has like an actual purpose. I thought it was just little cool looking gifts. They actually have a purpose? I knew that likes did that on the stream, but I didn't know that the gifts did that as well. Or at least I had read that like gifts help, but I didn't know that like certain gifts help more than others. That is such a cool... That's actually sick. Yeah, thank you, Aiden. I appreciate that, man. We're trying our best to build up the stream here on TikTok and really every platform that I stream to. It's been a journey, I will say that. But we're learning, you know what I mean? By the way, I'm a designer of custom artwork for streamers. And see, here we go, Leanne. Either you're a bot and didn't hear me the first time, or you just ignored the fact that I told you I'm not interested in your artwork. Either way, you're not going to get me to buy anything. It's just not happening. It's not the price, it's the amount. Oh. So the more gifts that you get and the more likes that you get, the more that TikTok will push you forward. That is sick. See, it always feels weird to ask for stuff. Like, I've always had a really hard time asking people for... I've never really asked for a gift, by the way. But, like, asking for likes and stuff has always been very awkward for me. Like, if you like the stream and want to like the stream, bet, like it. But if you want to give a gift and you feel like that is a way that you can and want to support, great, do it. But, like, I don't know if I should be asking for those. I don't know. I don't want to spend my entire stream asking about it. You know what I mean? I want to spend my stream working on, you know, my world, and then also just having great conversations with people. But TikTok seems a little different. Only give it to people that don't ask. I feel if you ask, you don't deserve it. I like that approach. I like that approach. Hey, you're my kind of guy. It just feels awkward, right? It feels insincere. I don't know. I'm of the opinion, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't, sweet. I'm gonna be here streaming, having fun, playing Minecraft anyways. Oh, so when did you start? You said you were a pretty small streamer. When did you start streaming? When did you start content creation? There are some people that I do not gift because they're like yelling at people to watch them. Yeah, I've seen some of those, and I genuinely I click off pretty quickly. I'm like, I see. Not that like I respect the hustle. Like if someone's into that, cool. I respect the hustle. But yeah, nah. I'm not I can't watch it. I can watch it for a little bit and then I'm like, okay, this is all we're talking about. You don't have like there's nothing else that's going on in your life that you find to be interesting or cool, you know what I mean? 3 years ago on Twitch and about a year on TikTok. Nice. What made you, do you still stream on Twitch or did you completely move to TikTok? And also, like, what was the motive for switching? I recently started, I don't know, I've probably been streaming for a couple of months now. I mean, I streamed a lot in the past, but stopped for many years and decided I'd come back, try it out again, see how I like it. You stream on both. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Do you have a preference? What has been like, I guess, what do you see, like, what has been most beneficial to you and I guess your content journey? Because Twitch always seemed very, very difficult to grow on. It seemed like I needed to have like a YouTube channel or some other place to post content and build like a community that way, and then I guess try and convert them over to Twitch or whatever other streaming platform I'm on. TikTok, because it is a lot easier, I think, but I still go to Twitch sometimes. Okay, I get that. Yeah, no, I agree. I think from my experience, I've only been streaming on TikTok for like 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half, something like that. No, I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks. And it definitely seems like TikTok there's more discoverability. Twitch just doesn't have that. You either have a ton of viewers and you're on the very top of the page and everybody sees you and joins your stream, or you're at the very bottom in this massive pool of millions of streamers and you're just hoping that someone randomly clicks on your stream, right? And so I think Twitch has the ability to blow you up. Like if you somehow work your way up that ladder, then congratulations. But I think it definitely requires some other platforms to grow on. I used to stream Twitch back in the day. It was the best growing the community and talking with people. I love talking with people. Which is weird because in person, like I'm super shy in person, but I guess because I can't see you guys and if I'm talking to a monitor / a mic, it doesn't feel as real, maybe. I don't know why my head does that, but talking on a stream is a whole lot easier for me than talking in person. Which is really funny because I used to be a real estate agent, so like it was my job to talk to people, but also I was really bad at being a real estate agent, so there's that. Like I wasn't gonna try and sell you on anything. It's like, do you want to buy a house? Yes. Okay, cool. And then people would like ask me, they're like, what do you think about this? I'm like, it's not my house. I'm not buying it. What do you mean? Do you like it or do you not? You know? You have to have 1,000 followers for Twitch to push your stuff out to new viewers. I don't think I ever got to 1,000 followers. The only place that I've gotten to 1,000 followers is YouTube, and I'm almost at 2,000. So there's that. But I didn't know that Twitch would push your stuff out if you had 1,000 followers. I guess that keeps bots and stuff from doing like, I mean, I don't know if that's an actual thing, but like keeps, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think it's bad, but I don't know. I don't think Twitch is I think Twitch is an okay place. I think everyone, like if you're gonna get into content creation and you're gonna get into streaming, you should stream to as many places as you possibly can. And I think utilizing Twitch as a tool is a great way of doing it, but I don't like some of the updates that they've had. I don't necessarily enjoy the way that they treat their viewers and content creators. I hate the fact that you get blasted with 14 bazillion ads, you know what I mean? Sales was fun, but I'm too empathetic to be a salesman. I agree. Exactly. The more followers you have on Twitch, the more they help you. Dang, that's crazy. It seems like every other platform is the opposite. It's like we have an algorithm to help put you in front of people, and if your content is pretty good, then we will continue pumping your content out. And so it's based, not that it's not built for larger creators, because it definitely is, but it's based on like helping you find new creators if they're putting out really good content. You know what I mean? So that's why I love YouTube, and finding out that I really enjoy TikTok in comparison to Twitch. I'm learning about Kick right now. I haven't streamed on Kick for very long, but that I've been on there for like a month maybe. But yeah, no, it's been really good trying it all out. They use bots when you get over 100, then after 1,000 they start getting real people. Wow, you know a lot about Twitch and their system. Heck yeah, I can tell that you're pretty serious about building up your streaming content creation brand. Do you just go, like, what type of streaming do you do? Are you like a just chatter using your actual name, or are you playing Minecraft and doing like your Minecraft alias or whatever it is? Dun, dun, dun. Bum, 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 bum. All right, I think we're about 10 or 15 minutes away from like having placed carpet for an hour straight. I want to see how many pieces of carpet we're placing per hour, so I have an idea of how long this is going to take me. I'm sure I could go a little bit faster, but I don't know. Maybe not. I can only go as fast as like I can actually move. You know what I mean? I do just chatting and some games. Okay, nice. I've thought about doing just chatting. I just don't know what I would talk about. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I'm relatively decent at holding conversations, but coming up with a plan for an actual stream and kind of like trying to figure out what I want to talk about, planning out the day ahead. I don't know. Like, I'm not into like current events. I'm on Twitter quite a bit, but like I don't necessarily have any deep opinions or like thoughtful or fun opinions on like what I find on Twitter. It's just kind of like, oh, that's interesting, and then I keep going. You know what I mean? So I don't know if just chatting is really my fit, but with Minecraft, I'm so addicted to the game right now that I'm really enjoying doing Minecraft stuff. Maybe in the future I'll make a just chatting channel, or maybe we'll just do that on here. I don't know. You know, I think that's the cool thing about content creation, is you can just kind of do whatever you want and see how it goes, you know? Boom, 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 boom. Let me grab that. Nice. We live in interesting times. And so I also don't necessarily want to be like a political just chatting stream. Like, obviously there's stuff going on in the world that I don't agree with and things that I do, but like overall, I don't want to talk about that. Someone's going to come in there and be like, "Oh, you're a moron, blah 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 blah." It's like, I don't care what you think about me. I don't care. You know, their own podcast called Tech Talks. I'm not trying to plug myself, and I talk about new tech. Really? That's cool. So are you like, do you know how to code and stuff like that, or is it just, or are you talking more on the like, you know, specs of different phones and computers, and then I don't know, whatever else, just general tech and stuff? It seems like a very fun podcast. I am technically, when it comes to machines and technology, I'm pretty stupid. I just kind of enjoy my stuff. Those political streamers rack up a lot of views, but it's toxic and ignorant from both sides. Exactly. What I think is, like, I don't care if you're on the left or the right or somewhere in the middle, but like the left and right, they can become so extreme that their butt cheeks are touching, and they're unaware of it. It's crazy to me. Like the new phones or VR headsets, I'm really good with technology. Really, I have played VR a little bit, and it makes me kind of nauseous to play. I don't know. Let's just change the video setting. I can see where the heck I'm at. All the way up. Okay, there we go. I love to look at the new stuff that comes out. I am such a used to certain technology that I don't ever really look at new stuff. I look at the price of the new stuff and I'm like, yeah, nah, can't do it, you know? Whoa, chill, bro, chill. Come get this work now. Come get this work. Get this work. Let's just get it over with, fellas. Let's just get it over with. There we go. I'm about that. That was, all right, to say the least. But like I look at the new iPhone every year, and I'm like, I'm not spending that money on it. That's really my approach to life, yes, in general. Am I gonna use this? No. I'm not, so. I'm not. Footage on the MacBook. We've gotten a Pro, but I didn't expect to be so invested into editing. It'll sneak up on you. Editing sneaks up on you. I feel you. I've been there. Been there. Done that. Editing is such a fun, I don't know. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but like content creation is like that creative itch. It scratches that creative itch that I have. And I think I'll probably always do it to some degree. I'm sure there'll be a day where I'm like, I'm done with YouTube and streaming and whatever, but until that day comes, like I don't know, I need a creative outlet. I can go months without doing anything creative, but I really need it. Aiden, okay, hope you have a fantastic day. I'm going live soon. All right, Aiden, have a good one. Thank you again for all the gifts. You're awesome, dude. Have fun streaming. I wish you the best. I hope it goes well for you. Bow, 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 bow. Boom, 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 boom. Right. Have I ever owned a MacBook? No. My wife has one. I guess in that regard, like what's hers is mine and what's mine is hers. I guess in that regard, sure, but like I've never gone out and purchased a MacBook for myself. You know? We've gone together to purchase it for her, and that was it. I don't hate MacBook, but I'm a Windows guy. So I don't really understand how to use MacBook very well. I struggle with it. That's because I didn't grow up on Apple. Not that you grew up on Apple. I don't know if you did, but you know what I mean? You prefer it over Windows, really? I know people that, yeah, I think that's great. That I love that we have options. I think it really bothered me early on when I found out that like it's an enclosed system, and I don't know, I'm not technically gifted, so I don't understand how to how that works in terms of like coding and stuff, and I just like the versatility of Windows, but also I know people that like are really good using the MacBook. Matter of fact, my father-in-law owns a print and design company, and he has all Apple products. So they love it. It works really well for them. And so in that regard, what works best for you, use that. It just sucks for me. I don't know how to use it. I'm always looking at my wife, like, hey, how do I pull this up? And she's like, dude, this. And I'm like, sorry, I don't use this system like at all. It's like trying to get a baby to walk for the first time. You know, she's like, oh, just this is how it works. And I'm like, what? You stand up and you move 1 foot forward and you balance. You felt that way until you got used to Mac? Okay. Do you really feel like it's a whole lot smoother? Also, I don't know, I've never played video games on Mac. Like in my mind, if I really switched over to Mac, it would only be for editing and like content creation purposes. I would never use it to like play Minecraft or do anything like that. I don't know. That's how my brain works. It's great for being like for a creator. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. That makes a lot of sense in my head. Boom, boom, boom. This little edge here is always the worst part. One, because it's the furthest that I have to go, but like, I'm afraid of losing a piece of carpet, which is stupid because I have carpet dupers, but still. If I can avoid losing carpet, I want to avoid losing carpet, you know what I mean? Which I don't think I've lost a piece yet, but I could just be better at my clicks, not miss a click. That would be a whole lot better. Okay, we're definitely an hour. Yeah, we're an hour into placing carpet. Let's see how much I've placed. We're placing 4,000 at a time. That's not good. This is going to take a while. This is going to take a long while, guys. Oh my gosh. Whatever. I don't really want to think about how long it's going to take, but okay. 10 hours is 40,000. 20 hours, 80. That's 40. I don't know. It's going to take me. No way it's that slow, right? No way. We're looking at like, I don't know. Am I really only placing that many? That's not good. That's really not good. Because I have to place another 220,000. What is that? We're looking at like a 60-hour grind. No, there's no way it's gonna take. Surely not. I don't know. Let's just focus on placing one at a time. How about that? Each lap gets a little bit faster because I'm not going as far, right? That's what I'm going to tell myself. That's what I'm going to tell myself. Oh my gosh, dude. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Smiley Pie, welcome back. How are you? I hope you're doing all right today. Jacinto, you are crazy for this? Yeah. I know. But I have a dream. And that dream is to make the end look really cool. And so hopefully it does. But I feel like you kind of have to be a little bit crazy to play Minecraft, right? Like, because after you beat the game, let's say you beat all the bosses, then what do? It's literally just this. It's Block Placer 1000, you know? Block Destroyer or Miner 1000 as well. Like, it's literally just doing this nonstop. Move. You weren't able to connect to YouTube or other apps for a week? Why? What happened? That sounds horrible. I built the same farms but realized I was spending too much time playing and got to editing. Hey, I do that all the time. Like, I'm not looking forward to... I mean, I am looking forward to editing, but I've spent so much time over the past few weeks playing that I usually take like a week or two to edit the videos. So I'm gonna have to like balance my time whenever I start editing, like doing 2 or 3 hour streams versus like 5 or 7 hour streams, and then spending the other few hours working on editing the videos, so that I make sure I get a video out in a timely manner. You know what I mean? Just a sea of white, really weird looking. Really, really weird looking. Oh. Need you to or where you go, but it can't be here. Alright, 1 lap complete. That only took an hour, so kind of crazy. This one should take a little less than an hour. Hopefully it's 59 minutes and 22 seconds. That's the hope anyway. You know what I mean? That is the hope. Who knows if that's actually what's going to happen. 12 days war in the Middle East, the networks were dead. Ah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that'll knock out your ability to connect to any app, you know? Boom, 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 boom. Slowly but surely, it's all getting placed. I went from having dreams about slime to now I'm gonna have dreams about white carpet. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? You always have that one person that's like, why are you doing this? And it's like, because it's Minecraft. Because it's Minecraft. But you could do it on a smaller scale. I could. But I don't think that's as cool. It's not as cool to me, you know? I want to do something crazy. It'd be good if you could change your spawn point IRL. That's actually true. Yeah, you're right. That is so true. Change that spawn point. Change that spawn point, everybody. That would be actually insane. Like, no, I want to spawn in Tokyo, Japan today. Why? I don't know. Why not? Absolutely alter how the world travels. That would probably be a whole lot better than traveling a car or on an airplane. It would definitely be a whole lot faster. At least I'd like to assume it would be. Maybe it would be. I don't know. A crazy thought, that's for sure. You ever think we'll get, like, humans will get to the point with technology that you can, like, download your consciousness? Not that I have any interest in living forever, because I don't. But, I don't know. I think 200, 300 years would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of nice. Would we have to die to change our spawn point? Ooh, that's such a fascinating question. Welcome, everybody, from TikTok. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Appreciate you guys joining the stream. Hope you enjoy what you're watching, which is a bunch of carpet placing, but whatever. Boom, 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 boom. I really hope that you wouldn't have to die. Change your spawn point. I would like to just be able to change my spawn point, you know? Like you do in a video game. You can, like, unlock different spawn points, and then you can, like, open up a little, I don't know, window, and just like, I want to spawn over here. But I wonder how that would work with, like, passports and stuff. That would, oh man, that would change the game. That would change the game, you know? That would be crazy. Someone would make a crazy amount of bread from that. A disturbing amount of money from creating something like that. I'll leave it to the Bill Gates and, I don't know, Elon Musks of the world, I guess. I don't even want to think about how you do that. Oh, and we're out. Okay. And what would the charge be for these gates, you know? That's another thought. Why did my stream crash? Xavier, my computer crashed. I don't know. I think I had to update my graphic drivers, so I did that. I don't know if that's the actual cause, but we're hoping that we're good now. I'm very sad by it all. The streaming gods are trying to keep Splunky down, and it's not happening. Actually, if it happens again, I probably just will start editing some content. I need to do that. You know? But, yeah. No idea why it happened. It's a very sad moment. I wish we had inventory. That would be cool. An inventory window. What GPU are you using? GeForce RTX 2080. So there was a GeForce update that recently came out. I don't know if it applies to my graphics drive or like my graphics drivers, but I downloaded it and installed it anyways. So there's that. Could you imagine having an actual inventory interface? What the heck? That would be insane. Someone's like, hey, you got this on you? Ah, 1 second. Let me pull up my inventory. But like only you can see it, you know? Not sure how that would work, but that would be insane. Someone just... No. No one rang my doorbell. Okay, I thought someone rang my doorbell. Wait, hold on. The question is, do I want to work out today? Yes, I do, but no, I don't. You know what I mean? I'm carrying snacks on me? Aw, you're a man of culture. That's what I'm hearing. You're a man of pure culture. Yes. What kind of snacks, though? That's the real question. I can't carry a snack that'll melt. Not that I'm eating of this stuff, but I would carry hot Cheetos. I don't know what else. Why don't you do variety streams? Like, you start off with Minecraft, but later play other games suggested by viewers or something? Something you don't want to play? I mean, completely up to you. Mainly because I'm addicted to Minecraft. If you want to be honest with you. I am entirely addicted to Minecraft. And if I stream, like the only reason I stream is to help me make some of the grinds that I have for making the videos that I want to make on YouTube, which is obviously a Minecraft YouTube channel. So streaming allows me to work towards that. I've never really wanted to be a streamer, if that makes sense. I just wanted a way to make content for my YouTube channel and give out content while I was working on really large projects, because like my last video came out 3 months ago. I've been working on this the entire time and it's taken a lot of time, so that's why. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. I don't know if that makes sense. Honey buns, oatmeal cream pies, variety of chips, and 0 sugar Dr. Pepper. Right, yeah. Dang, you've thought about this. Sento's thought about this. Like, alright, what would I carry? Yeah, we're gonna go with this. With these items right here. Now, that being said, Xavier, I have thought about doing just chatting, but I don't show my face, so I don't know how well that would work. Yo, Sanyo with the follow. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Splunklings. You are officially a Splunkling. I don't care if you like it or not. That's what happens when you follow this account. You're gonna accept it. That's what I've decided. How about that? You know what I mean? How about that? Thank you for the likes as well. I appreciate that. Much love to you. Much love to you. You ever do something for so long that you're I know I'm looking at a monitor, but like, you know where you like your vision kind of like begins to fade and you just kind of like enter into robotic mode? That's kind of what's happening right now. Like my brain is starting to go numb a little bit. My vision's kind of just a little bit blurry. And I'm just kind of fading. I'm becoming one with Minecraft. Get one of them VTuber, get a VTuber avatar. Yeah, I could do that. I wonder if those are hard to set up. They seem a little odd though. I don't know, maybe not. Have I ever watched a VTuber? I don't think so. I mean, I've seen them. I think I've watched them on YouTube videos, but I've never been into like one of their actual live streams. You know what I mean? Flow state, be water. Bruce Lee. Yo, I'm just a fish. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the crew. Congratulations on becoming a Splunkling. Yeah, I suppose zoning out happens when you do repetitive tasks for a long time. Yeah, I do it. My least favorite time when zoning out happens is when I'm driving. Like, because I drive the same. Obviously, I drive the same paths basically every day. And that moment where you come back to and you realize that you're 5 miles away from where you were, and you're like, what just happened? And you try to think back, and you're like, was I not aware? But you know you were aware at that time. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's such a freaky. It's so freaky when that happens. So freaky. Dude, I zoned out, ended up in a different town. Oh my gosh. That is actually terrifying. I don't think I've ever done that. It's usually like when I leave the gym, or when I used to drive home from work. That's when it would happen. You have a little bit of traffic, just enough to like slow you down by 5 or 10 minutes. Nothing crazy, no standstill like 30, 45-minute traffic, but like 5 or 10 minutes, just enough for your brain to be like, oh, let's think about, I don't know, stars or something. You know what I mean? Something stupid. Just something stupid. And then you're sad because like you're really in your thoughts, you know what I mean? When you zone out, you're really in your thoughts. And there's something, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but I love when I'm like deep in my thoughts, deep in my head, have something repetitive happening, got some music playing, and I'm just like chewing over what is going on in my head. One of my favorite things ever, right? But then when you come back to it, like ruins that little thought processing flow state and it pisses me off. I don't know about you guys, but I get so mad. Dang, you drive off, and I think I did that once and I dang near, I mean, I didn't almost crash, but I made it home. But yeah, terrifying. Don't want to do that again. Just saw the light counter go from 0 to 250 in 20 seconds. Oh my gosh, yeah, thank you for the likes, guys. I don't know who's spamming likes, but I appreciate it. Sorry, I had to respond to my wife. I'm trying to set up a time to go to the gym this evening, so. Alright, let's do this. I feel like I'm flying at the moment. I'm becoming one with Minecraft, everybody. I'm... grab that. Boom, 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 boom. This only sucks because there's like only so fast you can go, you know what I mean? Shout out to the TikTok crew. I joined, but I get lost in the TikTok sauce. Dude, I get lost in I understand. I get lost in the TikTok sauce all the time. So new video coming soon. Once we put all the white carpet down, I will start working on the next video. And so it will probably take me anywhere between 1 to 2 weeks to edit that video out. Sometimes 3, just kind of depending on how much I stream during that time. But yeah, you can expect, what is it? It's almost July. You can expect a video probably the end of July, sometime in August probably. I don't know if that is considered soon, but in comparison to how long it's taken me to get to this point, yeah. We are much closer to having a new video than we are not. So really excited about that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Can't wait for that to go out. Really been thinking about the thumbnail and how I want to make that look, because I really don't know yet. This is such a bland looking area that I'm not 100% sure yet. Would I be opposed to me live streaming editing? I don't know if I've ever thought about it, to be honest with you. Probably not. I don't think so. I don't think I would. But I guess it depends on if people want to see the video, but like what's happening in the video beforehand. I also don't know because, so here would be one of the main problems with it is, I don't know if my computer would be able to handle it because DaVinci Resolve slows my computer down heavily. But it might be worth testing out. That might be a possibility. I don't know yet. Why don't you cut your Minecraft video into 2 to 3 short form contents? I am gonna try and do that. I'm really, I haven't spent a whole lot of time working on short form content, and so, also I can't post it on TikTok. Because TikTok, if you have music playing for longer than a minute, it automatically mutes the entire video. So, and then on YouTube, I think it's just like 3 minutes, right? Is the max? Maybe it'd be worth cutting it into 3-minute chunks. But you're talking about like, what? I have a 45-minute video. That's 15 videos that I have to render out. That seems like a pain. But maybe it'd be worth it. I don't know. Maybe it would be worth it. I thought about doing that, but I don't know how it would affect my algorithm. That's another thing. I don't know how it works with the algorithm. But you need to be extremely positive and like have a rapid editing style, because in shorts, it's all about keeping viewers' attention. That is also true, and I'm not very good about that. I don't know. It's something to work on. I'm testing out shorts. I'm trying to get better at it. It's a completely different content form and a completely different editing style, and it's one that I really struggle with. But I do want to try and get better at short form, because I think it's a great way to get a lot of views and help really get my content out there. I'm gonna mute myself really quick. I gotta make a call, and there's some personal information, so I'm gonna mute myself really quick. 1 second. I'm currently on hold, so whenever they answer, I'll mute again. Yeah, the Minecraft Shorts community is cracked. And yeah, I have noticed that like I could really work on my just getting to the freaking point when I make shorts. So I should probably write out a script and plan better. That's one of the things I'm working on. But no, I'm open to all constructive criticism because, like I said, I'm not good at shorts. I'm really bad at it. So really I don't know, I have a really hard time putting that stuff together for some reason. Just in general with editing videos, I have a general idea of what I want to do, but like piecing together like the clips and what I want to say and how I want it to flow. You can definitely tell that with my shorts, I have a long form content kind of mindset, you know what I mean? shorts take more time and effort than people think. I agree 1,000%. I don't know why it's so difficult. I don't know. I guess that's the case for anything new, right? It's just you gotta put more time in and study shorts content more and more and try to really work on that craft as a whole. But I also don't want to do like, you know, brain rot, just over the top stuff just because. Like, I want there to be a genuine reason and need for me to share content. I don't want to just put content out there simply to put content out there. You know what I mean? I want there to always be a reason. Maybe that's a poor approach, but I don't know, it feels disingenuous if I try to do it any other way. And I'm not as happy or excited to work on the content if I do it any other way. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm not interested in the whole like rage baiting, clickbaiting, that whole world of content creation. Quite frankly, it annoys the hell out of me. Not that I think the people who are doing it are like naturally bad people or stuff, but there's just certain things that people do and say, and it's like, damn, you guys are, I can't do that. I can't do that. I don't know how you do that. And like, how do you sleep? I bring around myself from editing my shorts, dude. There are times where I've given up. I've like slammed my head on the table and been like, I don't know. I'll pick this up tomorrow. I kind of believe fast and videos that pop are usually ones that grab their attention. Yeah, I'm really, let's be honest, shorts are usually popular by kids. There's nothing wrong in capitalizing on that. I don't think there's anything wrong with capitalizing on it. I just want to, I don't know, I want to be proud of the content that I put out. You know what I mean? And there, you know, I want to make sure that I do need to work on the pacing of those videos and just get straight to the point. That's where I struggle. I try to do, like you said, too much explaining versus like, hey, this is what I did, this is how it happened, and this is the end result. If you want to watch, if you want to see more, follow and subscribe, or whatever the case is. I think that is where I could definitely grow as a content creator when it comes to shorts. And I think TikTok has been a great place. YouTube Shorts have been a great place. I don't really watch a lot of Instagram Reels. Seems like it's all over the place. Hi, yes, I need to, oh, wait, this is the song I've been wanting to listen to for a while. Wait, hold on. Ah, reverse the geometry. Hold on. We're taking a photo of it so I don't forget it. I'm gonna start it over, by the way. I don't care. The song goes hard. It's one of those ones, you know what I mean? Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm in a 1980s arcade. I never experienced that. I'm not old enough, but you know what I mean? So, anyways, yeah, sorry, I had to set up some childcare and stuff. Let's see. Instagram comments are extremely unhinged, but I guess you could try it. But my guess is TikTok and YouTube Shorts is your best choice for garnering a large audience. Probably. They seem to be the best in terms of discoverability and then just long-term, I guess, community building. Mine isn't too brain rot, but you don't have to be over the top. As long as you use zooms, cuts, maybe some B-roll overlays, the psychology stuff, make your own style. So the physiological stuff, you can make your own style. That's true. It's really just taking the time, like with long form videos, I guess because short form videos are so quick, I have a really hard time in my head piecing together what flows really well. Versus with a long form video, I realize I can work on certain things. I can use time lapse, things of that nature to make pacing better. I don't know, I just find it a whole lot easier, you know what I mean? That has been my biggest problem so far. Oh, the psychological, got you. Bum bum ba-dum, bum 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 ba-dum. Oh yeah! Yeah, this goes hard! Your daily reminder, there should be a Teen Beach Movie 3. Teen Beach Movie 3, thank you for letting me know. Never even heard of that movie. Haven't seen the first one, haven't seen the second one, probably won't watch the third one if they ever create it, but I appreciate you vouching for them and really doing the Lord's work and trying to make it a thing. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. That's what I have to say about that. Alright. Yeah, Team Beach. I'm there with you. I'm with you in spirit, okay? Next time someone asks, like, what the hell is that? You send them right back to this moment. I don't know how that works, but you just say, no, this is what I needed. This is the response I wanted. You didn't give that to me. You kind of suck, alright? You're either for it or you're against it. That's my motto. You know what I mean? Still have to figure it out. Hey, well, you know what? You got time. I imagine you have some time. It is hard to tell a story in 15 to 30 seconds. It is very hard. That's why I like people like I think Mog Swamp does a great job. Ryan Trahan does a fantastic job. Recently watched The Truman Show. Pretty damn good movie. I've heard it's a really good movie, but I haven't watched it. Is that something I should watch? I mean, if you're saying it's a damn good movie, then maybe I should. Maybe I should. Maybe I should just buckle down, you know, cheeks in a couch, popcorn in the left hand, a soda in the right hand, and Truman Show playing on the TV. Thoughts? Thoughts? Definitely. Roger that. Is it a movie that I can, like, is it a family movie or is it a no, mom and dad should be watching it by themselves type of movie? I don't know. I don't even know what the Truman Show is. I've heard about it, but I don't know what it is. Biker gang, surfer, summertime, good music. That's a damn good combination. That's a damn good combination, okay? You're hooking me. Look, Teen Beach, you kind of have... Teen Beach movie is family friendly. Really? And are you playing on all platforms? Or streaming? How does that work? I don't know what the distribution is for this movie. Are we talking about like going to an indie film festival or, I mean, what's happening here? Only have... Nah, we gotta go fix that. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna work. Only have 102 subs. We started at the beginning of the year and took 2 months off. Hold on. I'm flying right now. 1 second. 1 second here. Took 2 months off, but we average 1,000 views per short, and I have had a lot of shorts with 2,000 to 9,000 views. Okay. Heck yeah. Yeah, shorts is great. Great way to push stuff out. It's on Disney Plus. I don't have Disney Plus because them sons of... Stay calm. Stay calm, Spunky. Those sons of guns tried to get me to pay... Let's see, when I signed up for Disney Plus, we paid $4.99 or something like that. And I knew the price was going to go up. It went up to like $13.99, right? I was cool with that. And then they came back this past year and like, hey, you're going to be paying $24.99 for Disney. I said, I'm going to be paying what? Did you say $24.99? The hell I am. And so we stopped it. But maybe I should be getting it back. Oh, it's on Prime Video? I got Prime Video. It's psychological. It's pretty famous. I found it on Netflix. Really? Oh, the Truman Show's on Netflix. I have that as well. Well, I don't have it. I have a friend that has it. So, kind of know how that goes. Where'd my slime go? There we go. Actually, we can take this with us. Just in case. I assume I'm going to knock more slime out. I assume. I'm going to try not to, but, you know, never be too careful. And let's go forward. March! The real question is, Teen Beach Movie 3, when is this going to be, like, are we in production? You know, have we already finished filming? Has that even started? Are we looking at locations? What's going on here? Only use Prime for watching The Boys and Invincible. I haven't watched The Boys, but I've heard that's really good. I did use it to watch Invincible. I need to finish Invincible, but I haven't done that yet. I've been, look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been grotesquely addicted to One Piece. You know, sue me. Sue me. Do we have a director in the chat? It sounds like it. It sounds like on TikTok. What is happening here? Why am I not swimming properly? What is this? Swim, dog. No. Oh, swim. Okay, that's why. But it sounds like we got a director for Teen Beach Movie 3. All right, coming to a streaming platform near you, or something like that. Something to that effect. Boom, 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 boom. All right, now where were we? I don't know, somewhere over here. Yeah, I committed to starting to watch it about 2 years ago, and no, I completely understand. It's a grind. You really do have to be committed. If you're not ready to commit to 1,000 episodes, then yeah, One Piece is not your thing. That being said, absolutely insane anime. I do say so myself. That's my opinion. You can take my opinion with a grain of salt for all I care. I don't fucking care. Whatever. It's whatever, you know? Do you, boo-boo. Like what you like, hate what you hate. Live your own life. How I view it. I couldn't get into anime. I have commitment issues. There are some really good short animes out there, but I also know it's not everyone's cup of tea. So I used to have I don't know, going through school when I was younger, it was not cool to watch anime. Gaming wasn't really all that cool. I'm a big guy, so not like anyone's gonna say anything to me. But like, and not like I was a closet anime watcher or gamer. Like if you ask me, I'd be like, yeah, no, I game a lot and I watch anime. But no one ever really talked about it openly. The ones that did talk about it openly, they were kind of just weird kids in general. And I didn't know them very well at all, actually. I don't know. They were just weird kids in general. Which is weird because like I now have I have friends that watch anime who are like, oh no, I watched it back then. It just, I don't know, for some reason people try to bully you over it. You weren't gonna bully me. Hell no. That wasn't gonna happen. He comes out after finding out there's 9 or more pieces. Honestly, I imagine, I have this, I do believe he's gonna end up dying. I don't know, I just have that theory that he's gonna die. I don't know, he's a really cool character though, in my opinion. We were outcast, 100%. I mean, was I an outcast? I don't know. No, not really. I was an outcast. I mean, I was an athlete, so I played sports. I connected with a lot of the sports people. But I really talked to most everybody. Like, if you were willing to talk to me and say hi to me, I would talk to you. I had no problems talking with anybody. Even if I thought you were a little weird, like I would sit there and talk to you. I got nothing against you, you know what I mean? But it always seemed like there were certain groups of people, more like, yeah, there were certain groups of people that were like, not that I didn't like or anything like that, I just could tell. I was like, like, we may talk to each other because we have classes together, but like, we're not gonna be, like, we wouldn't be friends if it weren't for, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to talk to you. You wouldn't have gone out of your way to talk to me. I probably was like, I don't know, I'm sure people thought I was weird to some degree. I don't know. I just kind of kept to myself, you know what I mean? I didn't do anything insane. I just kind of sat there and hung out with myself. And would talk to you if you wanted to talk. I was so obsessed with sports that that's all I really did. So, and then I was really obsessed with YouTube at the time, kind of the same way that I am today. So it was like, we can talk about YouTube if you want to. We can talk about video games if you want to, or we can talk about sports. Those are really it. All right, Xavier, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, dog. I appreciate it, brother. Hope you have a great day, evening, night, afternoon, whatever it is. I was a quiet kid, but the one that was cool with everyone for whatever reason. I resonate with that. I talked, like, the first few weeks of school, I was a real quiet kid, but like once I warmed up to everybody, I talked a lot. I was a talker, as you can imagine. I was a I was a talker. But as I've gotten older, I've become more shy. Like, if I spend enough time with you, I'm gonna eventually start talking like nonstop. But if it's the first time we meet, I probably won't say a whole lot. I'm super reserved. Bum 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 bum. Oh, move over. Move. No, we're messing up my flow. Oh, I'm getting a call. Hello? Hello? Hey, what's up? Planning on going at 5. I already signed him up. Yeah, I gotta take it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't think so. I thought the van. Truck has like between empty and or, obviously it's between half and full. Yeah, just save that for the truck. Truck will take all of it. Yes. Hey. Huh? Yeah. I think that comes from me. Tons of memory. Cool. Good. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Done. Will do. Love you too. Bye. Alright, let's see. Then in high school, I became cool with everyone skipping class with teachers, and the assignment principal had a nickname and everything. Really? Did I ever skip class? Yes, I did. I skipped class a few times, but I was the kid that was like, my parents were teachers. So like, I either had to be dying to like stay home from school if I was sick, or to skip school, I had to go get all my homework, and I only got to do that like probably 3 times. But I did skip school one actual time where I put Carmex around my eyes and around my mouth and like around my nose, and it made my eyes turn really red. It made my face look obviously really oily and waxy. And I started pretending like I sat in my car for like a few minutes. It was like in the spring, so the car started to heat up, so I started to sweat really bad. And I was like, man, I don't feel good. I got into class, and I was like, I can't remember my teacher's name, but I was like, started coughing. I was like, can I go to the nurse? Like, I really don't feel good. I like go to the nurse's office. Went to the nurse's office. They checked my temperature. Obviously, I was fine. But they were like, the nurse was like, you really do not look like, I'm gonna send you home. And she was like, I need to call your parents. I was like, that's fine. And she was like, does someone need to come pick you up? I was like, no, because I was a senior that year. I was like, I drove here. I can get home. I just really don't feel good. So yeah, that's how I skipped class. Only did it once. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. I saw it in a movie and I was like, dude, I gotta try this out. And Yeah, it worked. I don't know if that will work for everybody. I don't condone skipping class, but whatever. It was hilarious. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I was a senior. It was my spring year, so the spring semester, so my grades were already locked in to graduate. So it's not like I lost anything. It was like the last couple of months of school or something like that. So I had basically perfect attendance. No, I didn't have perfect. I wasn't even close to having perfect attendance in school. But we only missed a handful of days every year, unless I was like, I got pneumonia and like had the flu a couple of times. So that was it. I was a terrible student. I shouldn't have graduated. Oh, really? I wasn't a terrible student in the sense that like I couldn't understand what was going on or anything. Like I didn't struggle with school. I was just really bored. And had it not been for sports, I probably would have dropped out. I hated being at school. Which is weird because I do love to learn. I don't know. School, it felt like prison. And I felt like I was withering away every day. And sports was the only thing that kept me sane while I was in school. So, and then you get thrust out into the real world and you're like, huh, did I actually learn anything useful in school? It's like, if I think hard enough, not hard enough, but if I really think back, yes, I did, obviously, but it's like, I don't know. Like I've never used calculus a day in my life. Why did I learn that? I don't know. What do I use statistics for? I have no earthly idea. I could have chosen like a class that taught me financial literacy and budgeting. I think I would have chose that over, learning formulas for calculus that I don't use. You know what I mean? But you did graduate. That's another thing. Like you did it. So there's that. Whether you feel like you shouldn't have or not, you did. So then I proceeded to go to university and dropped out of college. I don't actually have a college degree. I'm like, I have enough credits to have an associate's degree, and that's it. I am on paper. I should be starting my junior year credit-wise, but it's been years since I was in school or in college, so who actually knows what credits would actually transfer? And I still don't know what I would want to go to college for, so I'm not. I'm just here, you know what I mean? Just living life. Bum, 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 bum. But you graduated high school and university at the same time, dropped out, then came back and killed it. But I regret it. Why do you regret it? Got it done. Got it done. May have taken you a little bit longer, but you got it done. More than I can say, you know what I mean? Way more than I can say. Boom, 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 boom. Teresa, welcome to the stream. How are you today? My goal is to get Teresa to say hello in the TikTok chat. I see that name like once or twice every time I stream. And my goal is to get you to say hello. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Say hi. I switched from a bio major to an accounting major. It was the first time I ever tried to school, and I did great, but accounting is mind-numbing. You are strong. What do you mean by 18 plus, portrait brother? I'm not gonna filter my language, make other people feel better about themselves. So, if your parents don't like swearing and I say a swear word and you're watching, that's on you. Because you've been warned. That's really it. That's it. Ain't nothing to it. Just that. Boom, 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 boom. That down. Get over here. Get over there. Get over there. That down. Or if we talk about, like, I guess some more mature topics, there's that. I don't know. That was the whole thought process behind it. sometimes people be pissing me off in chat. Not often. It happens very rarely. Every now and then someone comes in here and runs their fucking mouth, and I gotta straighten them out. You know what I mean? I gotta extend some act right if you understand what I'm saying. A little BTA, a little belt to ass. You feel me? We've had some adult conversations today. That is true. That is actually true. I don't stream to babysit. You know what I mean? I stream because I enjoy it. And I think there's this like idea in my head that like, oh, I'm gonna be family friendly and brand safe, and I don't know, filtering myself rather than just having a genuine conversation with whatever thoughts come to mind. I don't know, it just irritates me. Not that I'm like, I don't cuss a whole lot or anything like that. I'm not like this over the top person that swears all the time. But when we start talking about topics that I'm really passionate about, every now and then I got a little, you know, you gotta be like, man, I just fucking love it. You know what I mean? It just feels better to say that than, oh, I just really, really like this. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's nothing against people that want to do that. Like, do you, boo-boo. I'm just saying, from my perspective and for me, I'm a D1 crash out. You're damn right. Look, I won't sugarcoat it. There are times where I lose my damn mind. And, I'm the first one. Look, run your mouth with me. Look, you may cook me. I don't know. But just know I'm not going down without a fight. I'm gonna run my mouth back. And if you can't handle the heat, you might as well step up out the kitchen. Bro, I've been working since I had to work 3 more hours each day. Whoa. Whoa. Why are you working 3 more hours each day? Wait, why are you doing that? What's happening? Like overtime working, or what are we talking about here? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Dude, I'm just losing my mind placing carpet. Guys, I just want to feel something again. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to feel again. This has been my life for far too long. For far too long, I've been doing the same thing. It's amazing. I don't know how Trump sounds, but I feel like it's something like that. His voice irritates me. I don't care what you think about the man. I don't give a shit what your thoughts are about the man, but his voice sounds a little weird. Throws me off. But he's also a billionaire, so who the fuck am I, right? Right? You know what I mean? He can talk however the hell he wants to, I suppose. There's substances to make you feel. That's true. There's also substances to make you not feel. Speaking of substances, alcohol is dog shit. I don't care what anyone says. Not cool. Don't like it. Not good. A piss poor way. Like, it's cool to have a drink every now and then. Don't get me wrong. Like, enjoy your drinks. First off, beer tastes like what I imagine it's what urine tastes like. Okay, let's just put that out there. It is a bit irritating. I don't care if you like the guy. You can like the guy. That's cool. I don't care. But his voice it irritates me just a little bit. I don't know why, but it does. But beer is nasty, all right? But it confuses me why we're okay drinking alcohol, but like marijuana is not legal. Like, I don't care if you want to partake in marijuana or not, right? It just confuses me that that's not legal everywhere, but alcohol is. When from a scientific research perspective, as far as I'm aware, alcohol is way worse. Now, that may not be true. Maybe more research needs to be done on marijuana. That can happen, but you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I'm a caffeine guy. Dude, I love caffeine. I love caffeine. Probably a bit too much, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but hey, you know? We actually need to make more rock. Let's do that. Warm creamsicle IPA, and it was good. That actually sounds delicious. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been a beer guy. I had friends like in high school. They were like, "You don't like beer?" And I'd be like, "You heard me, right? That's what I said, correct?" No, I don't like the way it tastes. They're like, "You just got to drink it more." I'm like, "Why would I drink something that I don't like?" Like, I don't care. Like, it's an acquired taste. I don't want to acquire the taste. Is what I'm trying to say. Dude, I'm making one duration. The rockets just last longer. I don't care. I don't care. It's cheaper. I'm I'm cheap that way. So hate me if you want to. Don't give a shit. How are we doing it? What? Hello? Work. Thank you. It isn't as bad, but it does mess up the development of minors pretty bad. Alcohol is pretty bad, and the addiction is way worse than a weed addict would ever be. Agreed. I think like you shouldn't be. I think, you know, marijuana should be legal for, you know, 21 to, I don't know, 25-year-olds. I do just because 25 is when your brain development stops. Like maybe not stops, but like that's when your brain is fully developed, I believe. Like, where were we? So I think there is okay. I think we're over here. But yeah, other than that, I agree. Alcohol is so bad for you. I missed the end island mining part. Did you use TNT dupers? I did. Use TNT dupers to blow up the entire island and hold on. Where was I? Oh, I was over this way. Wrong way. I don't know where I was, actually. I think I was over here. I did use TNT dupers, and I mined out the final, like, 5 layers by hand, and then obviously used my hands, mined out the pillars by hand. That sucked, but yeah, no. I've heard stories that, like, if you are addicted to alcohol, like, there are some people that are so addicted to alcohol that their bodies cannot function if they don't have some kind of alcohol. Like, you can get to a point where you drink so much that you have to have some level of alcohol for the rest of your life. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's actually true, but that seems insane to me. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me. Just a thought, you know? I also understand the regulation of it all. Like, that makes sense to me. You want to make sure that's not getting into the wrong hands or into minors' hands. That makes total sense to me. But just banning it out entirely when there are so many benefits from it. Like, I've tried it because I have 2 bulging discs in my lower back, and it helped tremendously when I first injured my back with pain. Like, it helped so much. The best sleep aid, the best pain killer that I've ever had was marijuana. And so, but I don't know, anything that can be good, I guess, can be abused. So there's that. Right. Absolutely cold turkey and it can kill you. That is a terrifying thought. I don't like alcohol, so I really don't like most alcohols. I like mixed drinks, but I don't like paying for them. I will have a mixed drink every now and then, like I don't know, probably 3 or 4 times a year. And that's like a lot. It's usually like once or twice a year that I'll have a mixed drink. And even then it's like, I don't know. But, oh, who am I? Teresa, welcome back to the stream. I'm still going to work on you saying hi. Hello, Teresa. Hello. Say hello back. Just say hello. Just say hello. Please. That's all I need. The hello. What do you got to do to get TikTok stream like watchers to say hi? On almost every other platform, people are like, "Hey, what's up?" But TikTok, people are like, "I'm here and now I'm gone." You know what I mean? I only drink every now and then, maybe once a month. I'm going to have some drinks with my co-host to celebrate the big 100 subs for our channel and to take a break because life's been crazy. Heck yeah, brother. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think, like, look, I don't think drinking, you could drink once a week or twice a week and I think that's fine. I guess it depends on how much you're drinking all in one sitting, but if you're having a drink or 2 a week, that's not a problem. It becomes a problem when you're having, you know, a 12-pack in a sitting, right? Then I start having questions of like, are you like good? There's something going on in life that you need to talk about, right? That's when I start having questions. But other than that, I don't think alcohol is like inherently a bad thing to enjoy. I don't understand why it is okay when it is very clear that if you abuse it, it can be worse than marijuana. Now, I've never had like an addiction kind of feeling towards either one of those items. Like, I've never like been like, oh, I need to have a drink. That's never happened to me. It's usually like, oh, I kind of want a drink, and then I have it, and I'm like, that was pretty good. And then it's like, I'm good for like 6 months. The same thing with the marijuana. I was like, people get addicted to this? How? Like, I know I enjoy it. That's cool. very relaxing, but I don't have this like craving for anything. Actually, sugar is my, that's why I got a big back. So I've had to actively, sugar has been my the thing that I truly do like, oh, I have to go out of my way to like not crave. And since I've started like working out and like lowering the amount of carbs that I eat every day, I've gotten it to a place where like I don't really crave sugar anymore, which has been really, really freaking nice. Fred joined the stream. What's going on, Fred? Hope you're doing all right. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. You only drink on French trips? That's fine too. Have I ever been on like a French trip where I drank? I don't really go on French trips. Maybe like weddings and stuff I will. Sugar's my weakness. That's why you drink 0 sugar Cokes. I respect it. Sugar is so addictive. I don't care what anyone says. Sugar is the most addictive thing on the planet. I argue, and I think there's been science to back it up. Like it's up there with like meth and heroin. Like it is a very addictive substance. So, I mean, enjoy it. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but like be very careful because I get to the point where like I get ravenously crave sugar. Generally just 1 glass because that is all we are able to afford. Look, I get it. I get it. Alcohol can be expensive. I stand there when I do want alcohol, I go stand in the alcohol aisle and I just stare at the price tags. It's, I feel bad about it because like, I want to get to a point financially where like, I don't have to worry about prices of things. I don't know if I'll ever be that type of person, but like, man, what a weight lifted off your shoulders if you're financially secure to the point where you're just like, you know what I mean? All right, so it's been another hour. Let's see how many of these we placed. I want to double check. We're doing this. We went from 48 to 55. Okay, we're placing like, we went from 47, 8,000 at a time. Okay, we kind of sped it up there. Still gonna take a while, but whatever. I thought it would be faster than placing slime, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually a little slow. Maybe it's not, I don't know. I rarely pay for my alcohol, only drink a lot when it was free. Exactly. That was me most of the time. Like I had, like my brother would be like, hey, let's go out. And I'd be like, okay, we can go out. He'd be like, yeah, we're gonna get some drinks. And I'm like, I'm not paying for a thing. He'd be like, bro, why are you so cheap? I'm like, dog, you go to a bar and you spend $15 on a drink. Are you kidding me? And they want a tip? No, bro. Like I respect their grind. I understand that their job is kind of annoying and can be difficult because you're dealing with people who are drunk and whatnot. You're at a bar, it's loud. Bro, this isn't my scene. I want to be home. Like if I want to drink, I want to be at home drinking, watching a movie, playing video games, you know, have a drink or two, and then go to bed. I hate going to bars. I hate going out, guys. I'd never understood the culture of going out at 11 p.m. and coming home at 2 a.m. Hell no. Hell no, bro. Like I'm fine staying up late, but not out at a bar where anything can happen. Around people I don't give a shit about. You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro, that's not for me. You've never had free alcohol? Ah, bro, you gotta start having those conversations. I'm going to bed. If someone asks you to go out and you're like, or like have a drink, you're like, ah, no, I'll have water. And they're like, why? It's like, because I don't want to pay for it. You have enough of those. Eventually, someone will be like, look, I'll get you your drink. Let's just have a drink. Because that's how my brother is. I'm like, all right, if you want to pay for it, I'm all for it. I'll have a drink or two with you. I'll even have a few drinks if you really, really want me to. Mainly on like his birthday. That sounds so bad because I'm like, no, I'll come hang out with you on your birthday. I'm not buying drinks though. My bank account ain't set up like that. So there's that. You get free alcohol at kickbacks, and if you tell people you don't drink often, they'll keep telling you to get a drink and end up paying for it. See, look, see, there's a method to the madness. Jacinto, he got it down. You think it's peer pressure, but it's reverse psychology? Exactly. Like, oh, I'm peer pressuring you. No, you're not, dog. I'm getting a free drink. See, I told you I could get him a drink. I told you guys I could get him to pay for it. You know what I mean? What's up, Fred? How are you? Hope you're doing all right. Is there a reason your chat doesn't show up on my like my chat thing? Like, is there a reason I have to? Is there a setting that makes your chat show up in my streaming chat, Fred? Because I see your chat if I have the TikTok chat pulled up, but there are times where there are chatters from TikTok that shows up in my streaming stuff, which is where I mainly look. So I apologize if you were sitting there waiting for me to respond. I didn't see your chat there. Yeah, my whole PC crashed. So my Streamlabs crashed, and then my whole PC crashed right after that. So it reset everything. But don't worry, your hard work isn't in vain. Okay? Not in vain. I saw it happen with my own 2 eyes. Okay? It did happen. I was here. It wasn't a waste. No. Don't think like that. You helped push my stream out there. It worked. It absolutely worked. And don't you think otherwise. I'm sorry, there was nothing I could do about it. I couldn't save the stream. I tried my best. I hope you were able to go and get a hand massage though. Thank you for the like again. I appreciate it. I realized that I haven't used the restroom during the stream at all, I don't think. I don't think I've taken a restroom break. Okay, we're out. That just looks so sad. It looks so sad not seeing just more, you know? Nope, all I did was play some mobile COD. Ooh! Mobile COD player, heck yeah. It's sad because I hear that they're shutting that down. Is that true? Or maybe they're just not making any more updates for it? I don't know. Not sure how that works. I just slowed down on drinking. I had like a 2-month phase, but it's in my DNA to be an alcoholic, a part of being Hispanic. Ah! I'm glad you're self-aware enough to be like, ah, no. Yeah, I thought they were... I don't know if they're shutting down mobile COD or if they're stopping the development on it. Like updates and stuff. Yes, the Hispanic community, y'all can drink. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I ain't built like that. I think I went when I was like a couple of years ago when I was at my heaviest. I went on like a drinking. I went on a bender for like a week or 2. I think I ended up drinking like an entire 70 fluid ounces, milliliters, 70.75 milliliter bottle. I don't know. The bottle's around here somewhere. I keep some of the liquor bottles. But I went through that in like 3 or 4 days, and I think I ended up having like 2 or 3 over the course of that 2 weeks, and I was like, nah, I can't do that. Thank God. I gotta slow it down. I wasn't getting like, you know, blackout drunk or anything like that, but I did get a little bit buzzed, and it was enough for me to be like, you know what? Maybe this isn't what I should be doing. No. My tolerance is stupid high for no reason. I am a lightweight. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a lightweight, and I'm proud of it. I don't ever want to have a high tolerance, ever. But I guess if you come by it, like if you naturally have a high tolerance, that's kind of crazy. My wife never really got drunk until after she got pregnant. Something about her physiology changed or her biology changed, but like she never felt a buzz. She had never got drunk. Not that she's ever. I think she's been drunk once in her life. But like, I think she drank a lot. She was at a party with some coworkers, and like a Halloween party or something, and they made like this fruit punch juice thing, and I don't think she realized there was alcohol in it at first, and so she was drinking it and like kept having a bunch of glasses of it, and then someone was like, yo, you might want to slow down, and she was like, why? And they were like, there's alcohol in that, and she was like, I couldn't taste any of the alcohol, I just thought it was punch. So she just drank a bunch of it. And yeah, she was pretty drunk that night, but yeah, she'd never been drunk prior to that until after we had, gotten pregnant. Well, she wasn't pregnant while getting drunk. Let me clarify. That sounds bad. Fred with 100 likes. No, 1,000 likes. Yo, thank you, Fred. It's a blessing to be a lightweight. It took at least 17 shots, a few shotguns, and hella drinks for me to get hung over it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, nah, bro. I think I've blacked out once, and I probably had 5 drinks. And I will never go back to that again. Being blackout drunk is not fun. I did at the time I was living in LA, I did $250 or $275 worth of damage to some plants at our apartment, which I was pissed about. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? But I realized they said, now that I'm thinking about it, they're like, yeah, you did this on Sunday. And I was like, Sunday? What do you mean? The party was on Saturday, but I don't remember what time I blacked out. And so it was Sunday morning when I did it. It was Sunday evening into Sunday, or Saturday evening into Sunday morning. They're like, and I was really cool with the managers. They're like, yeah, we're just really disappointed in you. I was like, dog, I was drunk off my ass. What do you want me to say? You know what I mean? Gym routine, cardio, first 2 miles, 10 miles per hour. Go to dumbbells, at least 5 reps. Damn, Fred. Damn. Nah, bro, I got a high rocks workout I'm going to do. I do 1,000 meters on the treadmill. There's 8 stations. You start the station off with 1,000 meters. I run at 5 miles per hour. I'm a big boy. I'm fat. I'm working out. I started at 4 miles per hour. I'm now up to 5. The goal is to be at 6 or 7 miles per hour by the end of the year, hopefully. Hopefully I can lose enough weight to get to that point. And then the workouts change every week. So, but this week are lunges and other stuff. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but yeah, pretty dope stuff. And then my goal is in the next 12 months to run a marathon. So I don't know how that's going to work because I've never ran anywhere close to that far in my life. But I want to be in good enough shape that I can do it. You know what I mean? I don't care if it takes me all damn day to do it either. Go to bench, try 3 and just increase. You sound like an absolute monster, Fred. I train like a bodybuilder. I have the recipe for muscle building. I am not naturally super strong. My brother has that gift. I'm strong, don't get me wrong. But I have to work really, really hard to put on muscle. Or strength, I guess. My upper body is really, really weak. My lower body's pretty strong. But no, I train like a hybrid athlete. I realized that I don't care about lifting heavy weights and having big muscles. I want to be athletic. And so if I can be strong and have, I can run, have really, really good running endurance and be, functionally strong, then I'm happy. I just want to be athletic. You know what I mean? However that, ends up working. I'm not naturally strong either. I just push myself. Well, I go hard in the gym. Let's not get it confused. I go hard. I'm talking drenched. My shirt is drenched. I always feel like if I don't sweat hard, then I didn't work out hard. If I'm not somewhat sore or really sore, then I didn't work out hard. But because I've been working out regularly for the past, I don't know, 2 to 3 months now. Maybe it's 2 months. Anyways, I'm realizing that I'm recovering a whole lot better than I was initially, and so sometimes I still work out hard, but sometimes I'm like, did I really push myself? You know what I mean? You just happen to be strong. That's a gift, dog. I am not. It took a lot of work for me to get stronger, but I am a natural. Running, it comes a whole lot more naturally to me than lifting weights, which is kind of funny because of how big I am. But even as a kid, I was I was much better at running. I just naturally was faster, could run longer, just had really good running endurance. Don't know where that comes from because my father was a sprinter. My mother did swimming, so maybe it's because she was a swimmer. There's some kind of endurance thing there going on, but I don't know. Running has always been my thing. Weightlifting was something I had to work on really, really hard. What's my height? I'm 6'4". Your stamina has always been terrible, but your endurance is better. Okay, I feel you. Yeah, no, I have pretty solid stamina and endurance, but my overall strength is something that I constantly have to work on. I struggle with it. I'm still pretty strong because I've worked on it for years. And obviously was an athlete for a long time, but really, really struggle with that. But yeah, no, I'm 6'4", Fred. Dang, yeah, bro. Kickboxing, your height is deadly. Ah, man, kickboxing sounds fun. I really want to get into jiu-jitsu. I don't know, that seems so fun, but because of my back and like I have bicep tendonitis in my left bicep shoulder, so it hurts really, really bad, and I've been recovering from that for a year. 2,000 likes, Fred. Thank you, dog. Been recovering from that for about a year because obviously I have kids. I got to pick them up and stuff, which makes that recovery process a whole lot slower. But it's something that I've been working on for a while now. I don't know. Give me that. There we go. But what I have realized is I am not in basketball shape, right? I've been playing basketball recently on Saturdays when I can, and my heart rate skyrockets to like the 165s to 170s, even above that sometimes when I'm playing, versus when I'm running on a treadmill. I probably hover around 150 to 155, depending on the speed. If I'm doing 4 miles per hour, it's about 130 to 140. So... ooh, the hell no. No. I mean, I love lifting weights too. Like, I love working out in general. I'm just not naturally strong. I don't know. Something I really need to work on. I guess, no. I want it to be functional. So, you know, working on lifts that allow me to be more explosive. Working on... I don't want to just put on muscle to put on muscle. I want it to have a use. And I think that's why I'm finding it really difficult to like lose weight right now. I think I'm losing body fat, but I think I've been putting on muscle. And so every time I've stepped on the scale for the past 3 weeks, really, I've been the same exact weight, dang near, give or take like a pound or two. Even though I'm eating relatively clean, I've just been eating a lot of protein recently. So I think my body is obviously not turning fat into muscle, but I think I'm building muscle while burning fat, and muscle weighs more than fat. So I'm wondering at what point my body will be like, okay, we finally are using the amount of protein and we put on the amount of muscle that you like need for what you're doing. Now let's just burn off the rest of it. I'm curious to see what weight I would be. But my goal is to be somewhere below 250. You know what I mean? And then I want to be stupid flexible. I don't know about you guys, but like I was never a really flexible guy. Or athlete, even when I stretched a lot as when I was younger. In fact, my dad was like, dude, for someone as young as you are, you're very like stiff. It doesn't make any sense. And so I've been working pretty religiously on trying to get my flexibility up, just because I don't know, it's so good for injury prevention. And we're at 3,000 likes by Fred. Fred's going nuts. Thank you, Fred. And so slowly but surely trying to be better than I was previously. Also, I don't want my kids to think that they can beat me in anything anytime soon, so there's that. You step on a basketball court, I don't care if you're my son, my best friend, my mama. I'm gonna cook your ass. You step onto a track, I may not be the fastest, but I'm gonna be competitive, you know what I mean? Now, if we step on a pickleball court, that might be a little different, alright? I'm not the best at pickleball. Fun sport, though. Like, really fun sport. I'm not the best. Yeah, man, I've been doing, I don't know if you've ever done primal squats, but just a deep squat and trying to hold it as long as you can. I started off, like, only being able to do it about 15 seconds before, like, my legs and my knees and everything started to cramp up. Now I can hold it about 4 minutes. The goal is to work up to, like, 5 or 6 minutes at a time. I think you're supposed to be able to hold it for, like, over the course of a day, you should be able to do it about 20 minutes in total, so. But, yeah, I've really been working on that. Really trying to be intentional with how I warm up my body and how I cool down my body after a workout, you know, rather than just picking up my stuff and leaving. You just got to be super intentional with all that stuff, especially as you start to get older. You don't really notice it when you're younger, but it definitely, if you want to feel young, make sure you are stretching properly and do it often. That has been a massive change in my life of like, man, why am I always hurting? Why am I always aching? It's like, oh, you don't ever stretch. And then I started stretching and I was like, oh my gosh, is this what they were talking about? And it's like, yes, this is what they were talking about. This is what they were talking about. It feels amazing to stretch. You just feel like brand new human. I don't know what it is. I guess I never should have ignored like sports like my coaches and stuff being like, nah, you should probably take some time to stretch, big guy. You know, rather than just lacing up my shoes and hopping on the court and then unlacing my shoes and walking away, you know. I guess it's not a bad thing if that's what you do, but like, you want to feel young, make sure you're taking care of your body. Fuel it properly, get plenty of sleep, the whole thing. 4,000 likes by Fred. Fred, dude, you're a freak. That's 24,000 likes over the course of today. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Though I'm realizing I haven't drank any water today, so my workout's not gonna be. Hold on, speaking of, I'm gonna go grab some water really quick. I gotta pee as well, but I'm gonna grab some water and chug it because I haven't drank any water today, and I'm gonna pay the price if I go work out, or when I go work out, not if. When. Bum, 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 bum. Actually didn't go to the restroom. So there's that. Alright. I was a street hooper, so I didn't have people telling me to stretch. Yeah, that's a problem. Street hooping will definitely get you in trouble if they're not telling you to stretch. Did I hoop? Did I do any street hooping? Not really. Really, there weren't a whole lot of people that hooped on the outdoor courts that we have. There were every now and then you catch people on there, but it was very, very rare. I probably did once or twice, but I quickly realized that like there are people out there that they don't really care about their bodies, and they for damn sure don't care about your body. And even though it's and the fact that people will argue when they elbow you in the back or like try to throw you down, or they absolutely jump up and bombard you, and they're like, that wasn't a foul, and you're like, dog, come on, you damn near tried to commit a homicide, like, you know what I mean? You tried to murder me. Like, that was a homicide that you almost committed, you know what I mean? So, not into that. It was first degree murder. What are you talking about? You didn't foul me. You got people like, yeah, but back in my day, and it's like, I don't give a shit about your day. I care about my body today, and you're trying to hurt me. So I did that a couple of times, and I was like, nah, this isn't worth it to me. I'm better than most of you guys. Every now and then you run into. There was one time I was in college playing. I was hooping in college, and I was like on break or something, and I came to back home, and I was playing at the University Rec Center, and there was a cat there that was like 6'7", just hooping by himself, just shooting, doing a bunch of form shooting. I was like, oh man, you want to play? And the guy was like, yeah. And so I ended up guarding him. Bro, when I say he cooked my shit, I was like, do you play in college? He was like, nah, I just really like basketball. And he's like, so I just spend a lot of time kind of shooting and stuff. He cooked my shit, bro. Cooked me. I'm not even kidding. Cooked me. They'd be giving out assault charges. Exactly. You gotta be careful with street hoopers, man. Especially the ones that still think that they got it and like are like they play as if, one, they're playing like you're in the middle of a wrestling match, and then two, they have this idea that like there's gonna be a professional scout that comes out of nowhere. It's like, hey brother, you wanna play for, I don't know, the Milwaukee Bucks? And it's like, brother, that is not ever gonna happen. Why are you hitting me that hard? It's crazy to me. You know? But then you have that one guy who's just a silent assassin that doesn't play in college, just likes the game of basketball and just hoops when he can, and just absolutely torches your shit. Right? They're still dreaming. Bro, they're sitting there like guarding you full court, you know, making call. Like, I'm all for making call outs and stuff. But like, if you really want the ball that bad, you don't have to foul me. I'll just give you the ball. I ain't trying to hurt myself. Like, I want to be competitive. I want to win. Don't get me wrong, but like, I'm not taking an elbow to the back of the head because your pride won't allow you to let me score or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Seems insane to me. But then again, that's why I'm, you know, I am who I am and not in the league, I guess. But I am excited about this men's league. I really am excited about the men's league that I'm going to play in. I haven't played in it in years, and so I'm really interested to see who still plays in it that I played with, you know, back in the day. And also just having a great opportunity to go out and work out and have fun playing a game that I absolutely love. Should be a lot of fun. We'll be keeping my eyes peeled for those crazy ones that are like, no, this is the NBA playoffs. Like, no, it's not, brother. We're not getting shit after this. We're not getting shit after this. There's not a contract coming. You know, you're not gonna wake up like you gotta wake up tomorrow and still go to work. You know what I mean? You got a job that you gotta go to in the morning. Really? I'm not like that at all. I'm generally really quiet when I play until someone starts talking shit, and then my mouth starts going nonstop. It's bad. I really got to get that under control because I'm like, I don't know. I have this like, I create scenarios in my head where like someone, I'll be like, so this person said this and doesn't think you can hoop. Like, okay, all right, bet. That's what you said? Nah, not a problem. That's all I need to get going. And then I start going, and then they actually say something, and I'm like, bro, I got 15 straight on you. You haven't done shit. What are you talking about? And then like people be like, bro, you need to calm down. I'm like, hell no, this dude was running their mouth, and here we go. You started this, and I'm the one that's gonna finish it. You created this problem. Now you gotta own up and deal with it, you little bitch. That's kind of how I operate, and it's really not good because I know people like flip out and stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I'm not trying to piss somebody off in basketball and then get stabbed or shot afterwards. I just want to hoop, you know. Some people take it way too serious. They get butt hurt, and I'm like, so I really got to be careful about what my mouth does while I play in this. I did have, when I was younger, I played in this men's league, like I said, and I don't care about the men's league. I was just having some fun, right? And it was the last few seconds of the game. We had an opportunity to, I believe, tie or possibly win the game to win the championship of this men's league, and I turned the ball over, throwing it in bounds, right? And this dude, I think he was a football player at the major university here, and he came up and pushed me and was like, next time, give me the ball. But I didn't move. Like, he pushed me, and I guess he thought he was going to be able to push me around. But like I said, I'm a bigger dude. I'm relatively strong for a basketball player, and I looked him straight in his eyes. And I didn't do anything. I just stared at him, and he, like, walked away like, oh, damn, this is a big-ass dude. I remember being mad because I was like, I should have just stuck him in his damn nose. Don't ever put your hands on me. If you got a problem with me, say something. That's cool. We can talk it out. But don't you ever put your hands on me. They take it there. I go mute and turn into a bucket playing fourth quarter game 7 defense. That's what I like to hear. Lockdown. Clamps. Prison cell. That should be your nickname. Prison cell. Like, oh no, when you are next to me, scoring is not an option. I got 5 fouls and I'll give every single one of them up. You know what I mean? I've only fouled out of a couple of games. Have I? I think I've done it once or twice. I should be better about using my fouls. I'll never really think about it. There is something about locking someone up. Obviously scoring is fun, don't get me wrong, but there is something about locking a motherfucker up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There is something special about putting those chains on somebody and watching them, like watching their spirit fade, watching their soul leave. Yeah, I crave it. I crave it, bro. Almost as fun as scoring. Yeah, it's so good. Just watching someone's spirit disintegrate. Like, nah, you really didn't understand what you got yourself into, did you? You poor thing. Poor baby. You poor little honey. Here we go. Time to get cooked. Time to get absolutely cooked. You know what I mean? I crave that. I crave that feeling. But it's a double-edged sword. Being as competitive as I am, like when I play things like I can't play Monopoly with family or at all really anymore. I get insanely pissed off, which is one of the reasons why I play Minecraft. It's like, no, this game chills me out. They stopped giving him the ball. Damn, you're like, no, this is not how you. It's not gonna go the way you think it goes. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. That is some crazy clamps. They stopped giving him the ball. I love that. I love that. No, you give him the ball. Just understand, it's probably gonna end up in my hands. I'm probably gonna end up back up in my hands, you know. You have a Monopoly game going on from high school because you didn't want to fold? Hell yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, last time I played Monopoly with my family, I walked out of the house. And they were like, why are you so mad? I'm like, I don't know why I'm so pissed off. I'm losing. What do you want me to say? I can't stand it. I hate losing. I hate losing more than I love winning. You know what I mean? Which means it means basically that I become an irrational moron whenever I'm losing. It's not healthy, but it is what it is. You know? It is what it is. And so, yeah, my wife and I and my siblings, we just haven't played Monopoly ever since. I'll play Monopoly with, you know, on my phone against computers. But if I go onto like online and try to play against other people, I start to get real even against the computers, I start to get really pissed off. I'm like, dude, the RNG is favoring these guys. This is stupid. There's no reason it should be. There's no reason they should be rolling the way that they are, and I'm rolling as poorly as I am. You know what I mean? I just get hot, man. It's stupid. It's a game. But yeah, that's it. So if anyone wants to know why I play Minecraft, that's why. So I don't lose my damn mind. I'm good at everything, but not great at much. Yeah. Am I good at everything? No. What a talent. I'm not great at anything either. I guess that's also a problem. I'm decent, you know? I can hold my own. I can hold my own, I guess is the best way of putting it. This one. We're kind of flying through all this carpet. We are flying through this carpet right now. Seems like a lot at the moment, but eh. Oh wow wow. Oh wow wow wow. Oh wow wow. Oh wow wow wow. All right, what time is it? It is almost 4 o'clock. So here in a little bit, here in a few minutes, I'm probably gonna be done. I'm gonna like start shutting the stream down. I gotta get ready to go to the gym. My family will be back here in about 10 to 15 minutes. So I gotta go get changed and everything. But I will be back tomorrow streaming. I might stream this evening. I don't know, because I want to do some editing. So maybe I'll do some editing. I don't know. But I want to say thank you to everybody that's watched the streams and chatted, and to you, Jacinto, for just hanging out with me, man. It's been a pleasure having a conversation with you. But also to the TikTok community, you guys have been so sick with the likes and the gifts that I've received and just the overall interaction over there. You guys have been amazing. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I know that this isn't the most entertaining of content in terms of what I'm doing physically in the game, but I try to make up for that with my ability to not shut the hell up, you know? Just bullshitting, just doing some bullshitting, you know? But it's been an awesome day, despite all the technical difficulties that we had earlier. Game damn near sent me over the edge, almost lost my mind. Yeah, let's finish up this inventory here. There we go. Anyways, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much again for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow to record and stream, and we'll play some more Carpet, because that's what we're playing now. Carpet Clicker 48,000. Yeah, you guys have an awesome one. Thank you again. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go work out. You should do the same. Stay healthy out there, guys.